The Lithuanian National Opera and Ballet Theatre offers the public access to, well, operas and ballets. While today's video won't go into the rich and turbulent history of the Lithuanian performing arts, we will offer a walkthrough of the theatre and what you can expect when attending a show here. So let's get started. The day of filming was actually my first time going to the Opera and Ballet Theatre in Vilnius. While I have attended a single concert across the road with the Lithuanian National Symphony Orchestra, the inside of the Opera and Ballet Theatre was a completely new experience. Located just off Vilnius Street and a little bit back from Gedimino Prospektas, this building was constructed during the Soviet occupation period in the 1970s, with the theatre company moving into the new space in 1974. Today, it's a home and main venue for operas and ballets, both classical and modern. Admittedly, despite having a background working for a symphony orchestra back in Canada, I don't know all that much about the worlds of opera or ballet. Depending on the show, tickets can be as low as 16 euros for the worst seats in the theatre and go all the way up to 85 euros for the best. However, according to ISIC, International Student Identity Card holders get a 70% discount, which sounds pretty great. The event we attended in this video was the opera known as Don Carlo by Italian composer Giuseppe Verdi, which started at 6:30 p.m. While it can feel like a rather early start time, this is mostly due to the fact that the entire experience will last about 3 hours, which for us included an intermission. This means you'll want to have a relatively early dinner if you don't want to be hungry partway through the show. Thankfully, with its location close to Gedimino Prospektas and Vilnius Street, there are plenty of restaurants around for a pre-show meal, even McDonald's if you really wanted. While I couldn't find anything explicitly stated on their website about a specific dress code, it's generally well understood that guests should dress up for the event, at least a little bit. Of course, there are always a few attendees that show up in more casual attire, which is of course acceptable too, but why not have a little fun and dress up, right? Walking into the theatre, you'll have your ticket scanned and the opportunity to check your coat so that you can be a little more comfortable at your seat. This is a free service, but it does mean a little bit of standing in line while you drop off and collect your coat, before and after the show. Walking up the first set of stairs, you enter the large atrium. The wall-to-wall windows let in large amounts of natural light, and there are comfortable places to sit all over. When the show is close to starting, you'll hear a gong sound played over the sound system. A single gong sound is the first warning, 2 strikes is the second warning, and hearing the sound 3 times in a row is the third and final warning that the show is about to begin and the theater doors will soon close. We had tickets up in the balcony, which is separated into little boxes. There were 12 seats in our box, but other sections closer to the middle are larger. Unfortunately, no filming of the show is allowed, but I can tell you that this opera had Lithuanian and English translations projected above the stage. With nothing else to say about the show itself, I'll skip ahead to the intermission. For this production of Don Carlo, there was one intermission which was about 20 or 30 minutes long. If you're female and need to use the toilet, be warned that the lineup can be really long. So if it's an urgent matter, it may be best to walk down quickly. If you have enough time, there is a bar area where you can get a mid-show drink, whether it's wine, coffee, tea, or something else. They also have desserts available too if you're a little hungry. It gets busy in this area, but I was surprised how much time there was to sit, drink, and have a chat. When the show is about to begin, you'll again hear the warning sounds to prompt you to return to your seats. The show was great, even though I don't consider myself an opera person. With classical operas so rooted in history, I personally would recommend reading up on the storyline before you go. if you're new to the world of opera at least. It definitely helps to understand the context and general plot for a theater style that's so different from modern storytelling, not to mention a different language too. The theater is dark and warm. This unfortunately makes it a fairly conducive environment to napping, an urge you will need to fight hard if you've had a long day. Perhaps a little caffeine before the show will help, while researching the story ahead of time will also help to keep you engaged. Ultimately, these types of performing arts may not be everyone's cup of tea. However, I think the whole experience is worth trying at least once. Getting dressed up, having a nice meal, and going to the ballet or opera sounds like a pretty nice date night. And if tickets are only around €20, then it should be accessible for most people. And it's even more affordable with the student discount. If you've been to the Lithuanian National Opera and Ballet, please share your experience by leaving a comment. Or if you think this video has inspired you to check it out, also leave a comment and let us know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.